So here is Superior, Colorado on the map. Taking a quick zoom out, Superior, Colorado is located to the southeast of Boulder, and it's located to the northwest of Denver, located diagonally between the two. And Superior is located not too far from Louisville, which is located to the northeast of Superior. And when you go further to the northeast, you have Lafayette as well. It's located not too far as well from Broomfield, which is in between Superior and Denver. It's located not too far from the mountains as well, so there's quite a few different trails on the foothills not too far from Superior if you go to the west from Superior. So it's located kind of in a idealistic location where it's not too far from the mountains, it's not too far from Boulder, and also not too far from Louisville and Denver and the Denver metro as well. Kind of located in the middle of everything while also being a little bit away from everything as well, to where it's kind of in its own little spot and is a little bit more of a quiet area as well, as far as not being quite as busy as other parts of Colorado and the Colorado Front Range. Taking a closer look at Superior, Superior's major hub is located along the Highway 36. There's a shopping hub with quite a few different stores, a few different little shops and different little restaurants and places to eat and get drinks. Not much of a major hub. There's also some different shops and stores on the other side of the highway as well. But that's kind of the major hub for Superior. As you go further down, there's some different trails and stuff as well. And there is some different stuff spread throughout Superior. But the major hub is located pretty much right around US 36 as far as what there is for Superior. Not a lot as far as major things. It is a smaller community, but it still has a decent amount of things to do. It's not too far from Flatirons Mall as well, located in Broomfield. There is downtown Superior as well, but that is a smaller hub for Superior. Not really much over there. And then not too far from Superior, there is Flatirons Mall, which is not too far away in Broomfield. And it's of course not too far away from Louisville as well, and all of the hubs that Louisville has to offer, which is a bit more than Superior, but still a nice little area with still decent amenities, different shopping and things to do, and restaurants and local things not too far from Broomfield and Flatirons Mall, and then of course not too far from Louisville or Boulder. So you're kind of in the middle of everything. But as far as hubs within Superior, not quite as much, but still decent things to do and not too far from different hiking and trails as well throughout the area, especially as you go to the west where you have the mountains. As far as drive times to Denver, it's about a 20 to 30 minute drive to Denver. If there's traffic, it can be a little bit longer, up to about a 40-minute drive. But the drive times to Denver really are not too bad from Superior. It's not super close, but for being up away outside of the Denver metro, it's really not too bad. And then to Boulder, it's about a 15 to 20 minute drive, even through the busier traffic times a day. So if you're going in a less busy time of the day, it could be under a 15-minute drive to Boulder, which is really reasonable. And you're right in the middle between Boulder and Denver, with not too bad of a drive either way, especially to Boulder. It's a little bit further out to the airport, but you're really reasonable as far as drive times to the mountains and all of the trails right over by Boulder. And then also everything that Boulder has to offer if you're a student or if you're working in Boulder as well. That's really a pretty reasonable drive to Boulder. And then to look at what options there are at the different price points for sale right now in Superior, Colorado on the map, so you get an idea of what you can expect looking on the map as far as what's for sale in Superior. At the bottom price point of $250,000 or less, there really aren't many options. Right now, there's only one option for sale in Superior Superior, Colorado in that price range, and it's right at the top of that price range. And then at the $250,000 to $350,000 price range, there are a few options, mainly where there was that $250,000 option, but there are some options as well in other parts of Superior as well. Mainly, these are up by the major hub in Superior, where there's quite a few different stores and things to do up in that area. And these are probably condos up in that area. I can't show you exactly what anything is, but I definitely would be happy to walk you through everything and to go through exactly what everything is and what there is to offer if you would like. And then looking at the $250,000 to $350,000 price point, you have some different options with a few different little pockets with it. You definitely have more options than the $250,000 or less price point, mainly up in the same area as the house that was in that price point. There's a couple options, and that is up in the major hub for Superior, up by US 36, up on the north side of Superior. But mainly you're going to be looking at condos at this price point and townhomes as well. That's what you can expect, and a few options, but not a whole lot if you're looking in that price range. And then when you go up to the $350,000 to $500,000 price range, there's not a whole lot more options. However, there are a few more options, and they're still kind of around that northern hub, around where there's a lot of stores up by 36. There are some units over by 36 over here as well, where there were in the last price point as well. And then a few other options and additional options in other areas through Superior as well. Still a little bit lighter as far as overall options in Superior at this price point. Again, you might have to look into other areas if you're in this price point, but there are some options for sure in this price point for Superior. And then when you go up to the $500,000 to $1 million price range, in this price range, you get a lot of options. This is where you see the most options. There's housing pretty much spread throughout the entire region of Superior. You have a lot of options. And if this is your budget range, then you definitely will have a good number of options to explore. So if that's your price point, Superior might be a good fit. There's going to be a lot more options in this price range as opposed to Boulder. If you're looking in the Boulder metro area, Superior might be a good option if your budget is in that range. And then looking at $1 million or more in that price range, there's still a lot of options spread throughout Superior as well. A lot of different options pretty much spread everywhere. Even where there were lower price options, there's still a lot of options up there, which makes sense because that is one of the major hubs for Superior, and there is a lot of stuff to do up there and also just a lot of development in that area. And then there's some options over by Flatiron Crossing and just kind of spread throughout the entirety of Superior as well. So those are the 5 different price points and what you can expect as far as how many homes are for sale and where they're for sale throughout Superior. If you'd like to take a closer look at exactly what is for sale in the different areas and different price points through Superior or anywhere in northern Colorado, definitely feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to go through that with you and to look at those different options that you have and to help you find a home in northern Colorado and to help you in your home search. That's all I have for this video and this map tour of Superior, Colorado. Thanks for watching, and now watch the market report of Superior, Colorado on the screen now.